On the Street, brought to you by First Money, the mobile money service from First Bank.
Hello and welcome to On the Street, where it's all about the African youth. I am Bukumi Ayo Ario. We'll take a short break, and when we return, the program continues. Stay with us. FIFA's Football for Hope initiative is doing a lot to help poor communities around the world. Now we'll bring to you their latest job with young people in Africa's mountain kingdom, Lesotho.
This is Maseru, Lesotho, where just recently the 7th Kick for Life Football for Hope Center was opened at a colorful event. In 2005, Kick for Life focused their efforts in Lesotho in Southern Africa, delivering a range of programs focused on tackling HIV by providing sports-based health education, voluntary testing, life skills development and support into education and employment.
I'm so much excited today that this has happened finally, and I hope that we as Basotho kids and Basotho children, we can make use of this center. I'm sure and I pray to God that we can use these facilities so that we can better our lives as Basotho kids.
Lesotho has the 3rd highest HIV prevalence in the world. The United Nations has estimated that about 270,000 people live with HIV/AIDS in the country. Tietso Tale is one such orphan. Having lost both his parents to the scourge meant that he had to fend for himself. Until recently, he was living on the streets of Lesotho. However, today, Tietso is a student at Thame Lesotho Evangelical Church Primary School. According to him, his classmates have played an important role on his outlook on education.
My school friends were encouraging me not to go back to the streets and to keep clean and stop smoking.
As part of a crash course program and his rehabilitation every day, he gets tuition in addition to normal school hours.
We always take him as the other children. We always not be different or not always be angry to him. Even if when he has done the bad things, we just talk to him gently because we know his problem.
For the last 2 years, Tietso has called this home. Today, his grandmother Pusetso Tale is sharing fond memories of his parents with her grandson.
I took Tietso in to stay with me because his parents died of HIV and tuberculosis. They got ill for a very long time. I buried all of my family members. I realized that he had no one else, so I took him in because I didn't want a stranger raising him.
On any given day, he can be found on the neighborhood pitch playing his favorite sport, football. Along with sports, going to school, and having family around him has given his life the much needed structure he once craved.
I love being at school. I enjoy myself. Each time I come back from school, I change my school uniform and go and play with my friends, and I come back at home and do my homework.
Former street kids are quick to note that the Football for Hope Center will equip them with social skills.
We always come here and practice because it's quite beneficial. The people that come here all see that we've changed, which makes them invest more in the center.
13 more centers are set to be open around Africa. For Tumelo, Tietso and other orphan children, this has meant the world of a difference. Through empowerment projects such as these, the rate of prevalence in HIV/AIDS cases in Lesotho will significantly drop, giving more children a chance at a fulfilling life.
On On the other hand, surfing is now being used in Khayelitsha community just outside Cape Town in South Africa to help teenagers there solve the problem of gangsterism.
Not many teenagers would feel safer in a shark-infested sea than in their own neighborhood. But these youngsters from Khayelitsha Township, just outside Cape Town, feel just that.
It keeps me away from gangsters, and it makes me feel happy when I'm here because we have many coaches here that are protecting us.
When I was not here, I was used to be a gangster, but now since I joined surfing, I'm out of gangster now.
The poor neighborhoods in South Africa's Cape Flats are synonymous with gangs, glue sniffing, and guns. Many of the teenagers who joined the surfing program had barely seen the beach despite living nearby. Now, thanks to an NGO called Waves for Change, about 250 are donning their wetsuits and learning to surf.
Teaching surfing, we give the kids the life skills and we also give them therapy as much as they are coming from different domestic situations.
Riding the waves is not without a risk. One surfer was attacked by a great white shark just a few kilometers down the beach. But due to the economic legacy of apartheid, the majority of surfers and shark attack victims are whites, something these teens have a sense of humor about.
You never hear that there was a black people who were eaten by the shark. Always white people only. So we told us the shark will never eat us.
Although all these youngsters were born after apartheid, many of them are still trapped by poverty and attitudes towards race. But on the waves, none of that matters, giving them a sense of finally being free.
For WhatsApp, let's meet one of Tanzania's biggest superstars, Vanessa Mdee. She tells us her journey to stardom right from the age of 19.
What's up, y'all? My name is Vanessa Mdee. You call me V Money. I'm an entertainer. I am a singer slash songwriter, a rapper, a performer, a media personality. I'm on TV and radio, and a humanitarian. Well, I got my chance to start doing stuff in the entertainment industry in 2007 when I won MTV's VJ Search in Tanzania. And I was looking for a way to break into the industry, but I never knew how. I was in law school, I was a lawyer. I was studying and, being conventional. And the opportunity presented itself, and I guess I just took it and I ran. So I've been doing media ever since. Working for MTV has been such a great experience. It has given me, one, such an education. There's so much you think you know about television or the industry from the outside, but when you're in it and you're working crazy hours to make things look great on television, you kind of understand the grittiness of the whole experience. And for me, that's been just the most exciting part, just the learning process. But other than that, I've been able to party at the hottest clubs, the hottest parties, the hottest artists. I mean, when I started, I was 19 years old. Who could have asked for anything else? There's so much you think you know about television or the industry from the outside, but when you're in it and you're working crazy hours to make things look great on television, you kind of understand the grittiness of the whole experience. And for me, that's been just the most exciting part, just the learning process. But other than that, I've been able to party at the hottest clubs, the hottest parties, the hottest artists. I mean, when I started, I was 19 years old. Who could have asked for anything else? Radio is, for me, every day just a reminder that I need to learn, I need to change, I need to evolve, or else I'm going to evaporate. Every day on radio is a new experience. Like, I never feel like I'm ever ready. Every time the mic comes on, I'm like, okay, I've got these points, but how am I going to make it special? How am I going to make sure that the listener never wants to leave? So for me, that's always been the challenge with radio, but it's always been about how I can make it different, how I can make the interview different, how I can make the listener feel like they've learned or experienced something different. I've always wanted to do music. It's always been my very first passion. I sang in the choir when I was younger for so long. And my parents are very musical, my family's very musical. We did a lot of skits and plays and drama and dance and choreography throughout our childhood. Even in the household, like, we would entertain each other. It's really been the one thing I've wanted to do all my life. My music is all about like challenging or igniting a spark inside anybody. And just, you know, also fun. A friend of mine, Omi Dimples, gave me the opportunity to sing on his song. And when we first did it, I really just walked into the studio after radio one night and we put in the chorus and we laid it down, and it barely took 3 hours. And what was born of that was this amazing record, Me and You, which is playing on all sorts of different types of radio stations across the continent. The power of that song is beyond me, beyond him, beyond whatever we're ever going to, like, it's majestic what that song did. And when we were nominated that year for the Achilles, the Tanzania Music Awards, I was like, okay, great. I'm just happy to be here. But to win all those awards and for the pressure from the fans, they were like, girl, are you doing this or not? I felt like I owed it to them. I owed it to myself first and foremost, yes, but they were like, you've already showed us what you got, so what's next? And I was just like, damn, okay. I kind of put my foot in there, so time to put the next one in. Tanzania music is all Swahili all day, Mwanzo Mwisho. So I was like, damn, I hope they can relate, I hope they receive it, I hope they like it. And they did. I literally cried every day while we were shooting that video. Why? Because I was overwhelmed. I was doing everything. Assistant director, pulling the rigs, makeup, hair, everything. Like, there was literally 5 people on that set doing everything.
I wanna get you closer, 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 closer to me, closer, 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 closer to me.
With Come Over, the song's about liberation. The song is about being a woman and not being afraid to demand and take over your life, take control of everything that's in your life, be it in money, be it in business, be it in relationships, be it in just respect. And so the song is about just taking over, taking control, and not being afraid to call the shots.
Waking up this Monday morning, time for a new start.
This is not how this is usually done. It's a little unorthodox, but this is me, and I'm trying to share my life with you, so how about you come over? How I Do It is about having everything against you, or having people say the worst stuff about you, or having them put negativity or rain on your parade, and to refuse to gel with them, to refuse to come down to their level, but instead say, you know what, do that. But how do alichonifunza mama, and that's why I'm gonna let you act the way you act, and I'm gonna continue to shine in the way that I know how. So that's what that song is about. Music business is a business. You need to fund it. You need to have money for promotion. You need to have money for production. You need to have money for the PR and marketing tools. Challenges are really, in essence, the money, the capital. The one thing that I never try to do is fit into anybody else's corporate mold. That would be not being a creative at all. You know, but once you're a creative and you have your own rhythm, then the corporates are attracted to you for certain reasons. You'll have the right corporates working with you because you attract a certain type of energy. So what I do is I just try to streamline my brand as much as I can and make it clear who I'm trying to reach out to. Internationally, I'm stuck on Sam Smith. He's just taken over my life. Africa, I'm really digging everybody. Like, people are just surprising me from Africa. Like, I hear things, I'm like, oh, that sounds so good. So I'm loving the Shoki, that the Nigerian song. I love to collaborate, I love to work with people. You know, I had the opportunity to coach Studio Africa this season with Burna Boy, and that's been amazing. Like, he is such a force, such an artist, like the purest form of artist that will ever come. Like, Burna is that type of art. If you have a dream, and if it scares you, you're on the right path. Get up and dare to be. I challenge you. I dare you to be outrageously insane with this dream and completely inappropriate about it, to the point that people are like, oh, maybe she can fly, you know.